Hey Praveen.
Hi Vira. No, no, no.
Yeah. Any
So,
queries,
okay.
Praveen? Have you installed this PostgreSQL and have you gone with the existing tables which have how I've shown you, or else like right now we are discussing about the creation of tables itself. Later, just
Uh,
ignore that
yeah,
everything. Yesterday from yesterday part installation and the creation of tables. Is it okay till now what I've discussed?
yeah, that's fine. So basically, I work on database, so things are okay. So just,
Look, you work on database. Great, great to hear.
yeah. So just actually, I joined just for the certification purpose. To be frank.
Hey, great, 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 great. This revision, it's revision is also happening for you, I think.
Yeah.
Revision, good revision for you.
Yeah.
One second, it got stuck, I think. One second, it got stuck. Guys, it got stuck, guys. One second, I cannot see this page admin. One second. One second. So after this, see, I'm opening this. So this part we're dealing with. Query tool. Yesterday I've shown you this. Okay, great. We've discussed it till here. The data types, how, which kind of data enters. Like we're discussing about this itself. This I'm telling how the data type will be while entering of it, and we're discussing about that only, but I have not gone to the insertion part. We have not gone to the insertion part. We'll go to the insertion part. I'll show you that also. But first of all, we have to know first of all what exactly the thing is over here is like data types we are discussing. In this data types, again I'm telling, in the data types part, in the data types part, we're discussing data types. We have completed the explanation of Boolean data types completed yesterday. You can ask me any queries related to this. And also after Boolean part, we have gone with this character data types like char, varchar, text. We have completed this. This also we have completed this. Okay. Till here we have gone. Till here, till here, these all data types we have seen clearly, right? So after this, I'll be going with the I'll be going with this numeric data types. Pending thing is numeric data types. What exactly the numeric is? What exactly the numeric is? Numbers. There is a numeric, right? See, 2 is numeric and 2.5 is also numeric. 2.5 is also numeric. What's the difference between these two? What's the difference? what's the difference between this two data types? What's the difference between these two data types? Yes, the difference is there. This all here 2 is integer which represents like this, which represents like int. 2.5 2.5 is data type, flow data type. If you see here, if I'm mentioning like this int, if I'm giving column, column, column name, I can give like this, column name integer, column name float. In this integer part, here if I give like this, see, I'll show you, I'll explain you. We'll do practical of this. Again, I'm showing syntax for this is like, we know, create table, table name. What kind of table name we'll create? Users. I'll take users. I'll take users here. User ID integer. User ID integer. Salary float. I have to mention here 2. I can mention 2 over here. You can ask me what is 2? What is this float 2? What is this float 2? Example 25.22. 25.22. Okay, one second, guys. One second. I'm getting one call. One second. See, guys, 25.2. Here, float 22 means this 2 over here. Float 2. Two values after decimal point. If float 3. 3 values after decimal point. More than this, it won't take. It won't support more than this. It won't support. It should be less. It supports. See, I'm running there. I'm creating this user salary. One second. Comma. It was run. Select staff from users. See, in this way, it will be okay. After this, we've seen this numeric also. We've seen numeric float also. We've seen okay. Float integer, sorry, integer and float. We've seen date. If I give create table, if I give like this, if I give here itself date for date, time for time, timestamp for both date and time. Okay, here we can mention here in the place of s this date, time, stamps. Okay, only date, only time, only timestamps. Sorry, date and time, both date and time. This for storing the data. Storing that particular data will be stored. If I give date and if I store time, it won't work. We'll see that insertion also. We'll see insertion of the data also. We'll see insertion of the data here. Before going into that, we have to discuss constraints. This is the constraints. These were the constraints which we have to discuss the constraints. After constraints part, we'll be going with DDL and DML commands. You can say create, alter, drop, truncate, inserting data, updating data, deleting data. See, how we create, how we delete, this all things we'll discuss. But just I'll be inserting data itself now. Before that, before insertion, we have to discuss the, one second, I'll close this. Okay. Before insertion of the data, we have to discuss the constraints, these three constraints. Not null, unique, check. We'll discuss these three constraints. Later, I'll go for this data part. If without constraints part, it will be like somewhat missing thing will be seen while insertion data. Okay. I'll see with constraints part. Constraint. Let's discuss now constraints. Constraints are constraints are like some set of conditions. Some set of conditions for the column. Some set of conditions for the columns. Conditions for the columns which we were giving. Particular column should be like this, and particular column should be like this, and particular column should follow like this. Suppose if you have q, consider q for q. Suppose you have one q for tickets part, tickets. Suppose they'll be mentioning, right, here male q, here female should come. In this way they're mentioning. In this way they're mentioning. In the same conditions, constraints are like some set of conditions. Conditions which we are giving to the, which we are giving to the column, in which way should be. Example, salary, salary column. Condition what I can give? Salary column should be greater than. Here suppose if I have a column of salary, salary column, if I have the column of salary, okay. This meanwhile for the insertion of data I'll explain you this. Okay, meanwhile with this I'll explain you this constraints with this part, DDL. I'll go with the DDL part. I'll go with the create. We have seen this, we have already seen. Create we have seen. DDL and DML will do combinedly. DDL and DML will do combinedly. Already we have seen create over here. Create over here. So what I'll do, I'll be going here. Now I'll create one column. I'll close this. Should be greater than 0. like this is condition, right? Example I've given constraint. So parallelly, so we'll see DDL and DML commands parallelly with the constraints. Constraints and data types. Constraints and data types. Okay. So now create what kind of tables were there. Let's see first of all. Query. Sorry. This part I'll remove this. Tables. I've created students, users, and employees part, right? Okay. Which kind of tables? Like which kind of tables? Let's go for. Okay. Again, what I'll delete this employees. I've deleted employees. Again, I'll create employees. Employees. See guys, now we are entering the data. I'll show you entering the data. Employee ID. Data type should be serial. EMP name. VARCHAR 200. EMP salary. Data type should be integer. And now check constraint. Check. Salary should be greater than 0. Types of constraints. In the constraints part, check is one of the constraint. Check constraint will be there, and id employee id should be employee id or employee user. If I'll say employee email should be varchar. Here also constraint part, if I mention this constraint part, unique. I'll explain this constraint. Here employee name should be not null. Three constraints you can see. Not null, unique, check. Three constraints are going here. Not null. Not null means the column should not contain the values. Should not contain null or empty values in that way. Okay. Okay. I'll show you. While explanation of this, I'll explain you. See, I'm running this. Create table. Salary should be greater than, where it is, salary should be EMP salary. It was run successfully. Not null is the column should not contain null or missing values. In the same way, unique constraint for the column should not contain the duplicates. In the same way, check. This is like condition like age should be greater than 18 for voter ID data. In that way, voter ID data, we'll discuss this. See, I've selected. While insertion of the data, you'll understand this. I've already created this. You can see select star from employees. See, these are the tables which we have created. You can see data types. See, this way the things we have created, right? Where you can see constraint. Here you can see constraint. See, I'm refreshing this. In the employees part, in the constraint part, you can see this constraint. See. Here you can see this email ID is having constraint, salary is having constraint. Name not null, it will not show you, but normally it will store. Okay, not null you cannot see not null. See, this is for email ID, this is for salary part, salary column, salary column, salary column. After this, let's insert the data inside it. Till now, is it clear, guys? Any queries? Why? Because I want to attach a few things. I'm going with constraints, data types, creation of tables will be linked with three things, guys. Creation of, again I'm telling, creation of table will going to link with data type and constraint. Okay, normally we create, but these were the two important things in creation of the tables. So to show you the constraint, if I say orally, that won't work. I've just normally told you about not null. 5 constraints will be there: primary key, foreign key, not null, unique, primary key, foreign key, not null, unique, check. In that, not null means storing the column should not contain null values, column should not contain duplicates, column should contain certain conditions like age should be greater than in the 0 for the check part. So if I go here, these are all things we have gone. Primary key, foreign key will discuss. See, insert, I'm inserting the data, insert into employees, column names we have to give emp id, comma, emp name, comma, emp email, comma, emp name, comma, emp salary values. What is id part? I'll give 10001, comma, single quotes. Email will be like in this way. Which kind of email? Let's take Harsha Trainings @gmail.com, comma, email emp name should be like Harsha, emp salary should be like 1 lakh. See, I'm entering this. If I run this again, employees, the same data which I've entered, is it okay? The data which we have entered, is it okay? If you see now, let's explain you about constraints. Same thing I'm copying. Why this not working? Any one of you? What is the error it is getting? Any one of you, please read this below. Read this below. Please explain me why it's not able to. Guys, please.
Employee ID already exists, so we are trying to just insert the same employee ID again for the unique value.
Employee. Okay, fine. One second. Unique value, right? One second. See. Employee ID. Employee ID only. You said. Which one? Please observe. Employee ID only.
Email.
Yes. Email is the unique, guys. Guys, see. Email should be unique. Email should not be same. Here, unique we have mentioned. Unique we have mentioned. See. Constraint is unique. We have mentioned. That should be unique. That should be unique. So, see here. I'm changing this name to Kumar. Okay, if I run again, it have successfully run. Got it about unique constraint? Unique should be, the column should be, see, unique is nothing but the column should not contain duplicates. The column should not contain duplicates. That's the reason it was not executed. After this, if I copy this, if I copy this, I'm changing this Praveen only. Alekya, I'll make this Alekya. Alekya. Why? Read this and let me know why. Guys, any one of you, please read this and let me know, please. Why? Why? Praveen, you can try.
Yeah, it is
Why?
just checking for check constraint is stopping.
Yes,
While
here you can see, guys. See, check. I have given check. Salary should be greater than zero. This is zero over here. See, salary over here. Salary over here is zero. Salary is zero over here. Zero. EMP salary. The condition we have given. Salary here. Check salary greater than zero. Here I have given that is like that. I have given like 0. If I remove this 0 to 20,000, this works. This works. This works. Got it? Check unique we have gone with. Not null. The same thing. Anyone of you? Anyone of you? Anyone of you guys?
Name should not be null.
Yes, here name was empty. See, again I'm going with EMP name, comma. Here name is like, here I'll be going with Praveen, comma C. Now it works. Why it's not it? This one I'll change. Previn 1. Okay, it works now. See. Clear with this? Now see. This you have completed with check not null unique. Check not null unique I've explained you. We have gone with not null we have completed. Unique we have completed. Check this 3 we have completed. Pending is primary key and foreign key were pending. This 2 were pending. I'll show you. Okay. I'm writing here also. Primary key and foreign key were pending. I'll see. So here now, here now, this I'm copying, this I'm pasting, this I'm removing, employee ID part I'm removing, this part. If I run this, Harsha, okay, Harsha, EMP name, right? EMP name, this, where is this syntax error? Harsha, email ID, EMP name, salary. Okay, fine. So, ID. Let us take in this of this. This should not be not null. Greater than 0. Not null, greater than 0. I've taken. Okay. See now. Have gone with this. Have not given EMP ID. Then how it is working, guys? EMP ID have not given. Why it is working? Any one of you EMP ID have not given here. If I'm going like this, if I'm skipping one column previously, it have shown, it have rejected, right? That is an unique part. But here, without giving this, if I'm going like this, will this works? Yes, it works. Why? Because we have mentioned serial constraint over there. Auto increments. We have mentioned serial constraint over there. If you're not giving EMP ID also, it works this. If I'm giving EMP ID also, not given this. Above not given, you can see above not given. It is coming one. If I run once again, see, if I run once again, KUM, it will run. There it shows you 2. There it shows you 2. That is nothing but serial. Clear this about serial data type? About serial data type I want to explain you. I have explained you this serial. It auto increments. It auto increments. Clear with this? Praveen, clear?
Yeah, yeah.
And if I run once again, what happens if I duplicate this? See, if I run like this, it have thrown me an error. If I edit now, with Kumar Praveen. Now what will be the output if I run? What will be the serial data of there? What will be the number
Next
over there?
sequence.
What is the
Next
sequence name?
sequence.
Sequence number.
3. 3.
क्या भाई 4.
4. Yeah.
Why? Because it will take error. It will consider error as an 3. It skips at 3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got it? Okay. Okay, fine. See, after this, 1 to 3, and this all things. Serial part also we have seen. And also here I'm skipping that. It's coming, right? If I insert over here again, here if I insert here, sorry, name should not be skipped. Like, one second. It is an unique, right? Name should not be not null. What is the concern? Name should not be not null. And you can skip this email ID. One second. I'll just go with this email ID. One second. See, if I skip email ID, it is null. See here, null. email ID skip किया था, it have came null. But ID को skip किया था, but I've skipped the ID part. It have shown the auto increment happen in serial. But here in the email ID, if I'm skipping the email ID, you can see the no data and you can see the null over here. You can see the null over here. And also in the same way, if I clear with this, till here, is it clear with this? Clear with this till here? Alekia and Praveen, clear?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alekia, what about you? Hello, Alekia. Alekia, are you there? So after this, these are all the data. Almost what way the things we have discussed, it means we have discussed today. Today we have discussed constraints in constraints. Not null we have discussed. Check we have discussed. Not null, check. Unique, this three we have discussed. And we have discussed this three constraints, and primary we have discussed three constraints in theoretically and practically. We have discussed theoretically and practically. We have discussed this three constraints. Theoretically and practically we have discussed this three constraints. And primary key and foreign key is pending. We'll discuss that also. And after this, serial data type practical we have seen. Okay, serial data type also we have discussed. Also we have discussed it in today's class. Why I'm want to go before 10 minutes early means grahanam because of grahanam. Okay, I have to eat early. That's the reason. I have to have my dinner early, guys. That's the reason. Don't take in different way. We'll do it out. Anyways, we'll take 10 minutes for the discussion part of the doubts part. Right now I'm going the discussion part. Any queries you can ask me, guys. I'll share this. I'm saving this file. 02 October 02 October 2024 8 p.m. live class. I'm saving this SQL file, and also you'll be receiving this here itself. I'm going to classwork, create material 02 October 2024 admin live class. No, work. I'm uploading this. Browse this part. Again, here we have to post. It will be going and stored, and it will be posted. You'll be receiving it. You can go with it. Clear? What we've discussed it clear? These all things we'll discussed. Primary key we'll see, practical we'll see, and insert part also we've discussed. Insert also we've discussed. Okay, discussed, and in DDL insert part we've insert in this file also. You're having this file also. In DML insert part we've discussed the insertion of data. I'll show you insertion of in DML. Insertion of the data we have discussed. Practically we have data. Okay, ingestion of data also we discussed. Clear with this? Clear? Any queries? Praveen, any queries? How was the session?
Good, Vira. Fine.
Fine. Okay, Alekia, waiting for you. Your answer. Hello, Alekia. Okay, Prem, we'll wind up anyways. Why? Because like due to some auspicious thing, we have to follow that. Oh, that's the reason I'm making it before 5 or 6 minutes early. Okay. We'll
All right,
wind
all
up the
right.
session, guys, for the day. Tomorrow we'll meet. Okay. We'll meet in the same timings. Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Take care, everyone. Please
Bye, bye.
follow that as per the Hindu mythology. Okay. Okay, fine. Bye, bye.